Well, welcome everybody. This is the graduate open house, final day of the graduate programs open house here at LMU. Appreciate you taking some time to meet with us here with our graduate business programs. I know that many of you may have already watched some presentations about financial aid or about other graduate program offerings here at LMU. What we'll be doing here over the next half hour or so is providing you with an overview of our 8 graduate business programs that we offer here. And then after we finish the presentation about the programs, we'll be breaking up into breakout rooms so that you can talk specifically with faculty or students or staff about the particular program or programs that you're interested in. So be sure you stay till the end so that you can learn about the admission process and have the opportunity to go more in depth about some of the programs. Again, with 8 programs, we can only provide a pretty quick overview of each of them in a half-hour period. So we want to get started with that right away. So without further ado, we will move on to the first slide here. So first of all, why graduate business programs here at LMU? Why would you be considering a graduate program in the business school? And one of them is that we are accredited by AACSB, and that's less than 5% of all of the graduate business of all the business schools in the world have that level of accreditation. So very high academic standards, and very specific learning outcomes so that students can feel confident that what we say we're going to do, we actually deliver in the classroom. We do have small class sizes, typically about 15 to 30 students in our graduate programs. So you will have some very small classes, some mid-sized classes. And what's nice about that is it's not large lecture halls. You're not going to be sitting way in back and not getting to know the faculty. You'll have the opportunity to interact with your faculty, to interact with the other students in your class, and really experience a nice learning environment as you go through the program. We also provide career services to all of our graduate students in all of our programs. So that could be anything from personal advising to going to different panels, networking events, alumni events where you have the opportunity to meet some of our graduate programs alumni, and then personal assessments, things like that. So whatever you might need to get your career on the right track or to advance your career if you've already started it, we can provide that with our career and professional development office. Resume review and interview practice are definitely 2 of the most common services that are provided to students as well. And for those of you who are not in Los Angeles or have not visited Los Angeles, this is one of the most exciting cities in the world. We have such a diverse range of businesses in this area, from entertainment to defense contracting, finance, marketing, really just about any industry that exists. We have a representation of that here in Los Angeles. And it's a huge trade and manufacturing center as well. So these are some of the reasons you might look at our programs. And I know that one of the things that's on a lot of students' minds as they think about graduate school is, how am I going to pay for this? And so we want to start off, we'll be mentioning this a couple of other times as we go through our presentation, but it's very important for all of you to know that all applicants, whether they're US citizens or international students, are automatically considered for scholarships for any of the programs that they apply to. So I just want to make that very clear to everyone. You are automatically considered for scholarships just by applying to the program. So that's something that is available to anybody who applies to any of our graduate programs. Without further ado, we are going to go on to the next slide. And we'll start off with our MBA program, the Master of Business Administration. So the MBA at LMU, we are designed as a part-time program for working professionals. So all of our courses are taught in the evening. The program can be completed in 2 years, although it can be extended longer than that. Some students take 3 years to finish the program if they prefer to go at a slower pace. I also want to mention that even though we are designed as a part-time program with evening courses, international students are welcome to apply. We do issue student visas for our MBA program, and you do take enough credit hours to qualify for a student visa as a student in this program. So it certainly is open to international students as well. MBA programs, we typically are looking for students who are maybe a couple of years out of college. 2 to 4 years out of college is most common. Students who have some professional experience and are looking to advance their career. You can have majored in any area to go on to the MBA program. You don't have to have majored in business as an undergraduate student, but many students certainly have majored in business, but any major is fine. If you are a college senior and you're thinking about doing your MBA right out of college, we certainly will consider applicants straight out of college. I would say about 15 to 20% of our MBA students are right out of college. But if you are planning to apply right away out of college, you definitely want to make sure you've got some internship experience or part-time work experience while you're in college, and really be able to talk about why this is the right time for you to pursue your MBA right out of your undergraduate experience. This is a quick overview of the curriculum, and this is all available, of course, on our website as well in more detail. The first year of the program is the core. So everybody will be taking the same set of courses to build that business foundation as you look at your building those foundations in business. So for those of you who majored in business, there'll be a bit of review, but it'll certainly be at a higher level than an undergraduate education in business. But if you're not, you don't have a bachelor's degree in business, these will be some new topics for you, and it is designed for students to be able to successfully complete the core, even if you don't have a foundation specifically in business. So you don't need to worry about that. As you get into your second year, you're able to specialize and do what we call an emphasis area. That's kind of like a major at the undergraduate level. We offer emphasis areas in entrepreneurship, finance, and marketing. Those are our 3 official emphasis areas. We also offer some electives in business analytics and a few other areas, such as human resources. So there's some opportunities to take some additional elective courses as well. All students also have an opportunity to take part in our global study program called Comparative Management Systems. And so for students who are interested in having an international experience, you'll be able to go abroad for about 10 days to 2 weeks, usually to 2 or 3 countries. The locations change from year to year, and you'll work with a team on a particular research project to really tie together everything you've learned in the program. So even though it's not officially considered the capstone course, it really pulls together all aspects that you study in the core and really helps you put together a final project and presentation that shows what you've learned in the program with a global perspective. We have MBA alumni, as I mentioned, in Los Angeles and outside the area, of course. There are all different industries, all different companies, and so we see students at a wide variety of companies. These are some of the largest, best-known companies, but keep in mind, a lot of students work at smaller firms. They might work at startups. They might get involved in entrepreneurship. So there's a lot of different opportunities. There's also opportunities within nonprofit. We do have a number of students who work in nonprofit jobs as well after they earn their MBA. I want to highlight an opportunity. As I mentioned at the beginning, everyone is automatically considered for scholarships, but if you're specifically interested in helping us recruit the students that come after you, helping us recruit new students to the MBA program, the Dean's Ambassador Scholarship is a really great opportunity for you because you, of course, do receive a scholarship. You have a chance to meet the dean even before the program begins. She hosts students for a special networking event if they're selected to be ambassadors. And then as a student in the program, you might host students when they visit class. You might help us with our recruiting events. One of your roles might be what you'll see people doing in the breakout rooms today. We'll have some current students in some of the breakout rooms, and our student ambassadors for the MBA program would be volunteering to be part of that process as well in future years. So if you are interested in that, if you're applying for spring semester admission, the deadline's coming up in a couple of weeks on November 10th. If you're looking at fall 2023 admission, we'll be opening up those applications later on this month, and the deadlines will be later on in the spring. So you have plenty of time, but we just wanted to highlight this opportunity. And again, there's more information about it on our website as well. So moving on now to our executive MBA program, there's some similarities. Obviously, the content of an executive MBA program is going to be pretty similar to an MBA, but it's delivered in a different way, and it's really designed for a different audience. So typically, students in our executive MBA program have been working at least 8 years full-time after they graduated from college. On average, our students have about 16 years of experience. Our average age for incoming students is about late 30s. So that gives you a general sense of the type of student and the level of experience that students might have in this program. And it's really designed for students who want to take the next step to move up into leadership type roles. So if you aspire to be a CFO, a CEO, a CIO, any of those C-suite type of organizations, or just to be a senior director to have oversight of a department, the Executive MBA program can be a really great program for you. It is a broad management degree, and it's really focused on developing you as a general manager, on being able to professionally develop you into being someone who can manage people effectively, who can make strategic decisions, who can really understand data and make good decisions based on data as you work in your company. And the classroom environment, you're definitely going to learn from your peers just as much as you learn from your professor, because these are very experienced peers that you'll be with. So it's really fascinating for students to be able to learn from each other in the executive MBA program. It's a unique structure for the program as well. So this is a hybrid program, and the way that it's designed is that typically, so you meet on Saturdays. These courses meet on Saturdays, typically from 8 to 5. You'll have a class in the morning and a class in the afternoon. During the first year, you have your business foundations courses and learning about organizations. So you can take a look at this grid just to read some of the details about the particular courses. But the way this is delivered on Saturdays is that you typically are on campus 2 Saturdays per month. You're online 1 Saturday per month live. So in Zoom, interacting live with your classmates and your professors. And then you typically have 1 Saturday per month where you're off, where you don't have any classes either online or in person. At the end of the first year, during the summer session, there is a domestic trip. You'll be going up north to Sacramento and Silicon Valley to learn a little bit about the intersection of government and organization. So meeting with some of our legislators, meeting some of our alumni who work in Silicon Valley, really getting a broader understanding of business, particularly here in California, and how that works. As you get into your second year, you'll be going more into depth in terms of the EMBA experience. You'll be looking more into strategy, looking into leadership and practice. You're also having the opportunity to work with mentors as you go through the program, to really work personally on your own goals and to think about what you want to do as you advance your career. At the end of that year, or toward the end of that, excuse me, during your final semester, there is an international trip, about 2 weeks in length. And that really helps you, again, much like in the MBA program, helps you tie together what you've learned, and you'll collaborate with your classmates on a particular project within that. So a really exciting opportunity for students who are more experienced and looking for an executive type experience. Some of our alumni, just to give you a sense of where they might be. So some alumni who've been out for a few years, some more recent, definitely in leadership type roles, both here in Los Angeles area and elsewhere. So there's a lot of there's a built-in network, certainly, with our executive program. And we want to mention as well the Dean Scholarship Program for our executive students. This is something you don't have to fill out a special application for. You are automatically considered, but we do ask for students to apply earlier in the process. So if you're interested in being a Dean Scholar, we would encourage you to apply by the March 6th deadline. And then students will be considered for this as long as they complete their application by that point. At this point, I want to turn over to my colleague, Gwendolyn Dreyer, and she's going to talk to you about our MS in Business Analytics program.
Hi, everybody. As Dustin said, my name is Gwendolyn Dreyer. I'm a Senior Assistant Director of Admissions at Graduate Business Programs at LMU. So this is our Master of Science in Business Analytics. This degree provides you with the knowledge, tools, and skills that you need to analyze data, solve challenges, and make effective business decisions. Students who may be interested in this degree might enjoy statistics and data and or have a quantitative background. This is very much a numbers-focused degree, so if you are not comfortable with numbers, you may want to consider another degree. There is a significant amount of computer programming in it. You do not need to know computer programming before you start this degree. Any computer programming you need, we will teach you, but you should expect to do some of that while you're in the program. If you are a person who likes to do research, do the rabbit holes, do the deep dives, come back to the team and see your deep dive and rabbit hole efforts make a significant impact on the course of the work or the business, this might be a degree that appeals to you. Being a problem solver, being someone really willing to get down into that data and find that answer that your team is looking for. And then this might be an appealing degree also for international students who are interested in a STEM designated program to extend their optional practical training. This is a STEM designated degree. As you can see on the right, you can take this degree either full-time or part-time. Classes are weekdays and weeknights, and the units will vary depending on your previous business coursework, and that will be evaluated as a part of your application process. Students should know that if you do take it on a part-time level, some of your classes may be taken during the weekday as well. We do strive for our part-time students to take the majority of their classes at night. This degree is probably most easily explained by taking a look at our capstone project for this degree. It is really the project where you take everything that you've learned throughout your time in the program and compile it all into one final project. So this is a team-based assignment that we pair you up with with a real life client. And you can see on the left some of the clients that our students have been paired up with. Our clients will present our students with a business challenge they're having with some data that they've collected. And it will be our students' job to use that data, perhaps seek outside data sources to supplement, and use computer programming and other analytical skill sets to find a solution for that business. And as you can see on the right, we have an example of a project with Children's Hospital Los Angeles. They wanted to adjust their levels of staffing without compromising the level of service or patient wait times, a common challenge that business is having on reducing expense, but also their customers being serviced appropriately. And so Children's Hospital LA provided our students with past patient behavior based on how often people don't show up, how many times people are late, what are the customer demographics of those populations, and based on who is scheduled for a particular day, they were able to build a computer program that predicts how many no-shows, how many late people, et cetera, and how much staff they should assign for that particular day. And that is exactly what the degree prepares you to do, take the problem all the way to the providing a solution. Right, so this is our MS in accounting. Our Master of Science in Accounting provides knowledge and analytical skills to become ethical accounting professionals. Ethics is really important to LMU as a whole, and in our accounting department, that is a prominent feature of the curriculum. People that may want to look into this degree, if you're pursuing your CPA license, this degree was originally, back in the day when it was invented, it was designed to help bridge the gap between undergraduate credits to receive an undergraduate degree in accounting, and then meet the credits required to receive your CPA license. Non-accounting undergraduates who are interested in pursuing a career in accounting, this can be a great way. Say you're an economics major or a finance major and you've decided accounting is your path, this degree can help you sort of make that transition and get you where you need to be. Also, current accountants who are looking for an advanced degree or increase their professional growth opportunities. For accountants that are already practicing in the field, we may be offering courses or curriculum that would be of interest to you to expand your opportunities. You can take this as a full-time degree in as little as 9 months. You have up to 5 years to complete on a part-time basis. Our accounting and taxation degrees are some of the most flexible. Classes are weekdays and weeknights, and when combined with our required prerequisite coursework for this degree, it complies with the 150-hour requirement for California CPA licensure. A lot of our MS in accounting students are very excited to know where we recruit. Our MS in accounting students are very career thinking, forward thinkers, and you can see that the Big Four do all recruit on campus. We're very, very proud of how many firms come specifically seeking out LMU accounting students. You can see some also small and local regional firms as well on that list, and even government agencies can recruit from our campus as well. And you should know that this is not in any way a comprehensive list. This is just a small selection of the firms that you may be able to meet and network with while you're at LMU. Our next degree we're going to talk about is our Master of Science in Taxation. And this is a degree for people striving who are currently accounting professionals or striving to be accounting professionals to help give you an in-depth understanding of tax law and tax practice. I remember when we launched this degree, I asked who might be attracted to this over MSA, and people keep saying, if you like tax, you'll know. Like, if you want to do tax, you will know. So that's where you are. This is the degree for you. Again, this could be very useful for someone who's interested in pursuing their CPA license, but knows already that they want to practice in tax and wants to take as many credits as possible in tax. Accounting undergraduates, of course, pursuing a career in taxation. This will help build that knowledge base for you. And then also current accountants, attorneys, or financial planners who want to move into tax or grow tax competencies. This is a degree that doesn't just appeal to accounting, people interested in the accounting profession, but people who deal with tax as a part of their professional life. You can take this degree full-time in as few as 12 months. Again, it's one of our more flexible degrees, part-time, 2 to 4 years. A difference between this and our accounting degree is our accounting degree is fully in person. Our taxation degree is a hybrid delivery. So some of your classes will be in person and some of your classes will be online synchronous, meaning like now we are sitting in a Zoom room all together at the same time. Classes are weekdays and weeknights. And unlike the the MSA, you may have to take quite a few additional courses, plus the MS in taxation to qualify for the CPA licensure. But that's something that when you are considering our degree, we can counsel you on. A lot of it has to do with your undergraduate coursework. Right, and as like the other two scholarships that you heard about, this degree also has a specialized scholarship associated in it. We've partnered with Deloitte to offer a tax diversity scholarship, and it is a full tuition scholarship. So to strengthen the pipeline of diverse talent entering the accounting profession, we endeavor to consider applicants from underrepresented demographic groups, including but not limited to students from historically Black colleges and universities, as well as Hispanic serving institutions. Students who are selected for the scholarship will have 50% of their tuition paid by Deloitte and 50% of it will be paid for by LMU. And on the left, you can see our eligibility requirements. This is a scholarship that you must be a US citizen or permanent resident to qualify. It has most of the basic expectations of our application for this degree in general, including a bachelor's degree and an undergraduate GPA of 3.0. And this is a degree that's designed for full-time students. So the next rounds of applications we're accepting for August 2023 entry, and we do expect you to complete the degree by August 2024. So it is for full-time students. And then of course, we want you to intend to pursue a career as a tax professional as well. That is the point of the scholarship, and the application for that. This scholarship is May 31st of next year. All right, I am now going to pass it off to my colleague, Nelly Quintanilla.
Thanks, Gwen. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. As Gwen mentioned, my name is Nelly Quintanilla. I serve as the Assistant Director of Admission for our graduate business programs here at LMU. It's a pleasure to be with you all today. So I'm going to be talking first about the MS in Entrepreneurship and Sustainable Innovation program. So this program is essentially for students who really just, you want to change the world. A lot of what you're going to get in this program, it does blend several different disciplines, as we mentioned here. You're going to get entrepreneurial management, science and engineering, environmental and policy. So you should definitely apply to this program if you know you want to start a business or join a startup and you want to grow it in a sustainable way. So folks that do have that passion for sustainability, but know they want to go into that business route, this is a program for you. Or if you want to be a person that already wants to help established companies just continue to make sustainable changes to their company, you'd be that person that would get the tools from this program to be able to do that. So a couple program facts: you do have the option to take the program either full-time or part-time. Full-time, you'll complete that in 12 months. Part-time in 24. And the one thing to really consider for this program is the delivery method. So this program is a hybrid delivery. So you will be having every other week online asynchronous courses. And then following that, you'll have in-person courses during the weeknight. And as far as units to complete, you will need to complete 36 units to earn the degree. Now, when we take a look at the curriculum, we have it on them that says transformative and purposeful. We really mean that. So as you can see, all the different courses you're going to be taking, entrepreneurial leadership, entrepreneurial law, creativity, innovation, design. The curriculum really is intended to set you up for success for your capstone project. So you will be doing that towards the end of your time at the program. And we do give you 2 different options for a capstone project. So yeah, here we go, capstone project. So option 1 for your capstone project, we call it the new venture launch. And essentially in this project, you're essentially developing a business idea. Of course, you're gonna have close communication and mentorship with faculty and staff, and of course, industry professionals in whatever idea you're trying to create. There has been opportunities for students to compete their ideas in a series of business competitions where they present just a final presentation at the LMU Business Incubator Showcase. So it's a really great opportunity to put yourself out there. If you are that business innovative, new idea kind of person, you'll definitely benefit a lot from option 1 of the capstone project. As far as option 2, this is a corporate project. So you will be working closely with an industry partner to essentially make a measurable impact in their organization. So you're going to focus on a specific strategy, and give them opportunities to reinvent that, right? Or change that so that their strategy could be more sustainable. Again, both of these are very hands-on. Of course, the goal with this program is we want to get you out there and practicing all these things so that you already have that well under your belt, that skill set as you go into your future careers. Now we are going to be talking about the Joint Master in Global Entrepreneurial Management. So, if study abroad is something you want to do in the future, this is a program that you should get your eyes on. So this program, we do partner with 3 universities across or internationally. So students in this program do have the opportunity to travel to Barcelona, New Taipei City, and then as well Los Angeles for 1 semester each. And the goal for this program is essentially, if you know you want to go into the business route, but you also want to have that global lens of what it means to be out there in the international business world, you're definitely going to get a lot of experiential and personal experiences and learning experiences as you go through each semester in each of the different countries. So of course, who should apply if you aspire to be a global business career? If you want to help develop your entrepreneurial mindset, or if you want to increase your capacity to manage a diverse workforce. So really, we want you to be the person in the room that has that personal and professional experience working globally. Couple facts, this is a full-time program, so you will complete this in 12 months. The delivery method, you'll have classes weekdays and weeknights with 36 units to complete. Now, here's more of an inside scoop, so to speak, as to what really your semesters are going to look like. So from September to December, you're going to be heading over to Barcelona, Spain, where here you're going to be focusing on a lot of like technology and finance, and you will also be working on a consulting project. So we will match you up with a multinational corporation, and your job is to just, get to know their business and figure out what best strategies you can fix for their business. So yeah, Barcelona. That's exciting. So January through April, you will be going to New Taipei City, Taiwan, where here you're focused on innovation, strategy, and operations. And here you'll be working on a master's thesis. So you're going to be coming up with all this different you're going to basically come up with a huge operational plan of what you think a global business looks like. Of course, you'll be able to connect with different businesses out there and develop your own research for how that would look like for you. Then you're going to come back to LA to Loyola Marymount University in the months of May through August, where here you'll also be working on a consulting project, but now you'll be working with a small to mid-sized enterprise and partner with the business here in the area. A fun fact and something that you should all know with this program, you will receive a degree from all institutions that you travel to, and you'll be considered an alum of each. So you definitely get to get all the benefits and services from each institution. So yeah. Now we're heading into the MS in Management. So this is a program essentially for anybody that has majored in something other than business. We are really going to give you a broad understanding of all the baseline foundations you need to know to just understand business. So if you're coming from a major that's in the arts, humanity, engineering, social sciences, you still want to go into business, or if you're an international student just interested in the American business and how that works, this is a program for you. Program facts, it's full-time, 9 months, so it's really quick. And the delivery method is weekdays and weeknights with 30 units to complete. Now, here's just a visual representation of what we really mean about, if you're coming from a major that's something else other than business and what that looks like for you in the future. So let's say you majored in theater and then you want to open up or manage your own theater company. This program will give you all those tools that you need to just understand business and be able to fulfill that. So very complementary to what you studied as an undergrad to what you're going to get in the graduate program for here. Excellent. So we have reached the end of just, talking about our programs. Now we're going to get into the admission information, really important information for you all to know. So if we take a look at this red box here, something that everyone should ensure and just know is that each program that we just talked about, they do have specific application requirements and admission criteria. So some of them require GMAT or GRE, some of them don't, letters of recommendation, some of them don't, and of course those prerequisites courses. So just to ensure that each program does have their own specific application requirements. But when we're talking about all the programs all across the board, what we do require is a bachelor's degree from an accredited UN institution or the equivalent of a US bachelor's degree from a foreign institution. So if you are an international student, you can apply. Application fee to apply to each of the program is $50. We will need a resume, personal statement, and of course your official university transcripts. Now, we talked a lot about scholarships throughout the presentation. So we do, again, here's just another reminder that we do offer merit scholarships. So you're automatically considered for those. There's no separate application. All you got to do is submit your application to the program. And, the award of the scholarship will be based on the overall strength of your application. And of course, domestic and international students can qualify. Application deadline. So mark your calendars if any of the program that we just talked about was interesting to you. As you can see, each program is a little different. So we do have a spring start date for the MBA program, our MS in accounting, and our MS in taxation. So as you can see, we do have a separate deadline for international applicants that are requiring a student visa. So we want to ensure that you are submitting that by the deadline to collect all your visa requirements. For our fall 2023 start for our MBA program and our executive MBA program, as you can see, we have 4 different deadlines listed here, and of course our international deadline. We definitely recommend that you apply early. There's 4, deadlines for a reason. We do view applications as we receive them. So definitely get a chance to apply early. If not, of course, you do have that July 6th deadline for those 2 programs. And then as far as the fall 2023 for all of our other programs, again, we do have the different rounds. The final deadline for that is May 31st, and we do accept applications until spaces are full, so you can submit that. Now I'll turn it over to Justin for questions and breakout.